Yep. We're heading back to Alaska, baby. One of my favorite places we've ever been. Alaska steelheading. It's just one of those spots that gets in your blood. And these steelhead, they can move up several times to spawn. And when they get into this river, that's when they're ours. Oh boy. I figured he might be right here while you were waiting. So one of my best buddies in the world, Jarod Higginbotham from Yakima Bait. Anybody that knows this guy knows he is a straight up character.
Alaska, I'm here to help you. I've been waiting 3 months to do this. 3 months.
Anything that you're doing is gonna be fun. It's gonna be full of energy, and you might end up with a picture of yourself half naked with a pink wig on the shirt.
Hi, I'm Jarod Higginbotham. I work for Yakima Bait Company. Working for Yakima Bait Company has brought me to this awesome place in Alaska to fish the Seatuck River, a famed steelhead river for everyone's bucket list with one of my dearest friends, Denis Isbister, Wild Fish, Wild Places, and I have made a bunch of new friends while I'm here, and I'm excited about the next adventure.
Not with the mask on.
No, look at the back.
When you leave, if you have fish.
This is him.
Yeah.
This is boom. Check. The last time I was here was May, and we're here in April. The amount of snow on the bank and the environment in general is completely different. Only being a few weeks different, I mean, you can't even get out on the bank, really, because the snow is 6 feet above your head.
We've had no water for a while, plenty of fish coming in, and then yesterday we got about 3 inches of rain. River shot up to about 400. It crested down and now it's holding because the snow melted. So good water temps, good water levels, water color's good. So it's make it worth it.
You know, everybody's just stoked, right? You get here to the beginning of this big trip, and this trip especially, we are hitting it at the absolute perfect time that we could hit any trip.
We get here, you know, we're cruising through the woods, I'm checking everything out, taking the scenery, and we come up this little bitty driveway, and we come around the corner, and here's this massive log cabin. I'm just blown away. I'm in awe.
Wow. This is nuts, like mind blown. I'm not kidding, like this is probably the nicest place I've ever been. Going in here, just kind of meeting and greeting everybody. Brian Oakland, who you know. We got Greg, my buddy. John's upstairs. Kind of just starting to start seeing familiar faces this whole episode because we're all here together and we're all fishing the same waters, sharing stories. You know, we're just gonna be doing the deal on the Seatucks. We were here roughly 3 weeks later, the last time we were here. No snow. Now you can see lots of snow. It's gonna be a completely different river. The fishery is gonna be different. And it's exciting for me too, because I can bring to the viewers out there, you guys, a completely different style of episodes. We're in the same spot, you know, we're at the Seatuck River, but it's gonna feel like a completely different fishery.
Studying the Seatuck River and talking to a lot of my friends, you know, what we were looking for, we had low water flow, 65 CFS. Well, we had one of two things happen that were really great for us, and that's the water went up to like 350 CFS, which means that it's going to lift the river so the steelhead can move in. However, the other factor that's playing on us right now is the water temperature, and we're waiting for that to rise, you know, and this river gets 8,500 to like 12,000 steelhead per year. It's a small river, so that's a great system. So when they come, you know, that's what we're waiting for.
First spot, Jarod liked it. It's like the fishiest spot he's seen. He's like, you know what? Let's give it some long drifts. And the reason he liked it was because of the long drift. He could fish a whole bunch of this undisturbed, nice and quiet.
Get him here.
Go. He's all the way around the corner. one, or should I tighten them up a little bit? All these little narrow corners and sticks and gravel bars, this thing's gone. So he jams the rod in my hands, goes, hang on, because this is team fishing, right? We just want to get this thing to the net. I just jump out and I take off running across the gravel bar. I'm trying to keep this thing up and out of the snags, and Jarod comes around the corner, picks me up. I get back in the boat immediately, like just took a break. I was gonna put a hoodie on. Jarod stopped the boat and decided I'm gonna catch a fish immediately.
I'm gonna go net this fish, and you know, the way the river was and the way the log jams were and stuff, I was kind of directing the line for Dennis because he couldn't get the rod out far enough to direct the fish's head where I needed to net it. So I've got this thing that looks like my cereal spoon, and I go out there and I'm gonna net this thing, right? And I cannot get it in the net because it just doesn't work. It didn't work for me, right? So, of course, you know, being Sasquatch, I just pitched the net up there and snatched the fish by the tail.
Yeah!
Kind of an awkward way to land a fish, but.
Oh no, that was just the bead, huh?
We fished for like 30 minutes. I'm like, yep. One fish, 3 casts. By the time I'm done today, if I do that math right, I should be about 100 fish for every 300 casts I take.
That was your first steelhead on the sea, Tom. And we keep pounding the waters and pounding the waters. And one thing that's interesting about this trip versus the trip we took last time is that we could see a lot of fish last time. We could see pods of fish. We'd be fishing this side and there'd be a bunch over here and vice versa. And this trip, we're just not seeing fish. We anchored up, had some lunch. See, the sun's directly overhead. Everything went away, basically. Steelheader's worst nightmare. Basically just kind of letting the clock run out a little bit so we can finish this last 5 or 6 miles knowing we're at the prime time for catching these fish. The last time I was here, the majority of our success came on maglips. It's kind of my comfort zone, if you will. I felt good running that plug for the day, and so I kept running. Every time we'd stop, I'd put a little planer board out there and I'd run it along those logs. I just felt good about it. He just crushed it right in front of the boat.
Sorry, Carl.
Got that net.
Oh, he's underneath the boat. He's under my legs. Oh, he's behind me. Hey, he's wrapped around my legs.
There he's under.
Right here.
That's a big old steelhead. Got him.
So all day long, I've been busting Wild Fish, Wild Places host here, Denis Isbister's chops about fishing this maglip on a planer board. And I've been casting around him all day, and of course, what happened? He proves me wrong. Absolutely proves me wrong. That was a bright fish. Yeah. That was a fresh fish. That wasn't a downriver. That was a fish heading up. Yeah. So that leads me to believe there's more than likely more than one in here.
Yeah, and you did say, I would bet my paycheck we're gonna catch a fish out of this.
I did, yes.
Just like any good steelhead fisherman, or any fisherman, just about the time that you really think that you're good at what you do, nope. Mother Nature just gives you the backhand of your life. You fish for the next 10 hours with nothing except snags. Finishing up late. I think it's probably like 8:30. Today, we got our butts kicked. I mean, no joke. I mean, we struggled, but it wasn't just us. All of us struggled. Jarod caught one early on a bead, and then I caught one late on a maglip. We just didn't see the fish. You know, I keep reverting back to May when we were here a few years ago, and when we were here then, there was fish everywhere. Like you saw fish in the river here and there and here and there, and they just don't seem to be here yet. But tomorrow they could be.
Tomorrow they could be. I mean, that deciding factor, you know, 2 things we were waiting on was the water level to rise. So we got 1 out of 2, right?
Right.
But the other important factor is that water temperature. And so, you know, those fish are staged literally probably a mile and a half out there waiting for the same thing we are, for that water temperature to go up, for them to cruise upriver. It's just like, it triggers their sense, right? You know, they just know.
Right.
Just like, you know, an elk when it migrates or a deer when it migrates, right? All of a sudden it's like, they know.
Dude, the parking lot's empty. Sunday, we're here. There's literally 2 other rigs in the parking lot. It must be turnaround day at Yakutat.
All day yesterday with Russ. It takes me a little while to experience.
Off to a great day.
A lot of times in situations like this to where fish are finicky, and we know that, and we've studied that from our previous days, you have to adjust. I wanted to go with the most intrusive presentation I probably could, which is, run a 3.5 mag lip.
So we're on the Seatuck River here, and we're gonna do a little plugging today. And the general rule of thumb for both sizes mag lips, or any size of plug, is balance, right? It has to run the way we designed it to run from the factory. That's where it gets its optimum fish catching capability. Also, its speed tolerances. So today we switched out the standard trebles on the Maglip 3.5 with, keep these in my pocket right here. On the 3.5, you're gonna wanna use a 2-aught Gamakatsu Big River hook. This will keep that lure in balance, it'll keep its speed tolerance. If I went with a lighter hook, it would lose speed tolerance because it's not able to balance itself, all right?
Pot of fish here. Exciting thing about seeing those, they're all bright. We know the fish are moving. Feel like we're doing the right thing. That kind of proves that we're doing what we think we should be doing at this point.
The idea was to take the plug on the inside, which is right next to the alders, and for me to be able to row and kind of drive the plugs in and out of the alders so that I'm following this.
Just got off the row. You're gonna have to row, bro. Yes, you gotta love the chaos. It's absolute insanity.
No way.
You gotta love that, man. That's plug fishing though.
Plug fish.
Chaos, no rod holders. Just
An anchor?
Yeah. Chaos, no rod holders. Just all of a sudden, pure craziness. That's awesome. Like I said yesterday, we stuck with our plan day 1, paid off. Stuck with our plan yesterday, did not pay off. So far, we've stuck with our plan long enough today for it to pay off. Had a good takedown in the last hole, spooked a big bunch of fish. And we come out in this hole, we change plugs. This is a new plug, changes the size we got bit on, and here's your result right there.
Yes! Beautiful.
So here's your result, right? Beautiful specimen of steelhead, fresh fish in the river. Couldn't ask for a better start to our day in the sunshine.
So this is a giant float. Even experienced guys that have been on steelhead rivers a lot say, this is a long float, 14 miles. Takes all day, even if you just float. We've got to manage our time and we've got to really dissect this water. And as we started getting connected with fish, we started figuring out what we were looking for. We've noticed today, we've been targeting different water every day to some degree, keeping it the same but changing it up. But today, that 3 to 5 feet, alder edges when it's got nice undercut brush, and there's a long straightaway of it, but that's also the presentation. But that's where the fish are hanging that we're catching. So obviously we're gonna look for that. Hey, that's gonna be in the money. Boom!
Yeah!
Literally.
I told you,
Talked
worked
it.
right around that log.
Yep. Oh, look at that steelhead.
That's a tanker! Chrome tanker!
Yeah, baby.
Loosen your drag.
Jared just called that out. We were working right down this seam. It was literally textbook. Worked it down the seam. Jared said, see how it's running right there in that seam? See how it's running right there in that seam? Right there, that fish is gonna take it. Boom!
Yeah,
and it is a freaking monster.
Yeah.
Yes!
We're gonna kind of trick him, okay? So keep your line down.
Yeah! I
That
told you he'd
is a
fit.
chunker.
Oh,
yeah, baby! Wild fish, wild places, wild steelhead, baby!
I've had many situations to where that one fish is a great day because you had the success you were looking for, right? All that knowledge, all that effort, all that hard work, and it pays off, right? And so here's this big, right? Skunks off the boat, we take that deep breath. I mean, we're pumped, we're going crazy, right? Like it is something that, we all wanted.
Yeah! Number 2.
2 fish in about, what?
We've hooked 3
300?
fish in the last 400 yards.
Yep.
All on plugs.
Getting late in the day. We found a big pot of fish up top this morning and just stayed on them as long as we thought we could. And kind of moved out and really haven't had any luck since. So kind of strategizing, hoping we find some more fish down here down the
Gonna get him! Right now you look like a newborn bull trying to outrun a coyote!
And I'm yelling at him in like 5 different voices, right? And he's trying to run, he's trying to run, he's trying to run.
Where are we going, donkey? Oh, God, no! Oh, illegal maneuver! Illegal maneuver! Oh.
But that's what kind of trip this has been. It's been a lot of fun. People laughing, goofing off, having a good time. When Russ took over, I knew we were in trouble. I knew we were having a lapse in the quality of rowing skills.
Give me some.
Russ, it didn't take him 50 yards to catch you.
We got it already.
It was almost like our boat was going backwards when you started rowing.
Dude, every other guide, every other person, and you know, we got more fish than anybody today, and this is our 3rd day fishing it, and we have literally fished 3 different methods each day, 3 different techniques, right? And the 2 that have paid off was in the brush.
And maglet.
And maglet.
Because
maglet's every fish but one.
Yesterday was by far our most successful day. So when you learn these things, it's important to pay attention to your results. I know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull plugs in alders all the way down.
Starting to see more fish. We just jumped a pod. Louis got below us. They got a pod. So already higher up in the system, we're seeing fish, which always means something, right? There he is, right there. Did we just catch one in the exact same spot? Dude, that was nuts. Jarod called it out. Caught him in the exact same spot.
Only when one steelhead pulls into a spot and you catch one there, more than likely the next day or even later on that day, you're gonna catch another one in the same spot. I don't know if you saw this thing jump, but it's a big fish.
Coming back here, then going back out.
So kind of a cool trick you can do is if you stuff your rod tip down the water and point it that direction, it'll take pressure, a little bit of pressure off that, and you can just slowly reel him up and he won't know he's coming.
Yes! J-Rad. Oh my.
Yeah, baby.
Cakes!
Yeah, baby.
Look at that fish, huh?
And you can see the red stripe. This fish has been in here a little while, and you can also see this beautiful, you can see it's a buck. You see the long pipe it has right here, and also how the jawline comes down behind the eye. That's how you know it's a buck.
And by the last day, Jarod had it dialed so tight that he knew exactly what water, what log, and everything, every dissected piece of this river that he wanted to fish. Whoa! Okay, we're getting. Oh, jeez. Wow.
Look at that. Wow, dude, that is a tank of a fish.
Yeah.
Giant fish, bro.
Big fish.
Yeah, that's a dandy. Keep that rod, yep, just like that, pointing right left. There you go, good. Keep going left.
Yes!
Suck right up on it.
God, what a fight.
Bro, what a fish. I mean, this might be bigger than the one I caught earlier.
Oh my God, dude.
I think this might be bigger than the one I caught earlier.
Oh, yes.
This is bigger than the one I caught earlier.
Yes, dude. Look at the size of that thing on a 3-0 maglet.
Okay, hang on.
You gotta hold him. That thing is huge. You got him. Gone?
He broke it off. He got away. All right. Dang.
Dude, that was the biggest steal of my life, bro.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude.
That thing was what, 18?
That thing was 16 plus, yeah. He's right there, yeah.
You know, you take this trip with so many expectations, you know, expectations of not necessarily where you're gonna stay or who you're gonna be with, but the fish you're gonna catch. You know, we only caught a few fish, and one day we got blanked, and it didn't even matter to all of us. We still had fun.
That's it, you know, I mean, land a steelhead, Hooking them's tough enough, right? Landing them's another thing. You know, we landed it, like I said, the fish got away safe, man. That's awesome. Someone else can catch that fish and do the same thing that we just did. So, and he can go up and do his thing and make some more 16-pound babies.
Yeah.
Those genetics are what you want in those systems, right?
Yeah.
You know, because that fish is going to go and he's going to reproduce, and that's what you want in these systems, are those bigger fish.
Yeah.
And this trip is just something I will never forget. I hope that everyone out there enjoys everything that we brought to them as much as we enjoyed doing it for you.